There are places on the map you just skip over. They're the countries you might fly over, or see on a signpost, but never really think about. They're the names you hear in passing, but never plan to visit. For most people, Moldova is one of them. It's a country that rarely makes the news, and even less often makes it onto travel itineraries. Tucked between Romania and Ukraine, Moldova is defined more by its neighbors than by itself. Its borders are lines drawn by history, its identity shaped by centuries of outside influence. It's not on bucket lists or in glossy travel magazines. Most travelers don't even know what they're missing. It's a blank spot in Europe's story, a place that seems to exist in the margins. But that's where the magic begins. In the quiet, in the overlooked, in the places that surprise you when you finally arrive. Soviet-era blocks stand beside ancient monasteries, telling stories of resilience and faith. Old women sell garden produce next to hipster cafes, where tradition and modernity blend in unexpected ways. Moldova looks west, but its roots are in the east. It's a crossroads, a meeting point of cultures and histories. People talk about its poverty and politics, but the real story is in its people, its wine, and its daily rhythm. Life here is lived slowly, with meaning in the small moments. Why am I here? Because the world is full of beautiful, complicated places that don't make headlines. Moldova is one of those rare places that rewards curiosity. Moldova is raw, real, and unapologetically itself. It doesn't try to impress, but it leaves a mark. Hospitality isn't a commodity here, it's a way of life. Strangers become friends over a shared meal or a glass of homemade wine. This isn't a vacation, it's an exploration into one of Europe's last unknowns, a journey into authenticity. The challenge: can you live a full life here on $500 a month? It's not just about money but about discovering what really matters. This is Moldova, the blank spot on the map. Let's start filling it in, one story at a time. $500. In some places, it's just a number, a single line on a bank statement, gone in a blink. In the West, it's a car payment or a week's groceries, not a month's living. It barely covers the basics, and it's easy to lose track of where it all goes. But in Moldova, it's a key to a different kind of life. Here, $500 isn't just a sum, it's a doorway to a new experience, a chance to rethink what matters. This isn't about being a cheap tourist, it's about living like a local, blending in, and understanding the rhythm of daily life. The biggest expense is rent. Where you live shapes your experience, and in Moldova, it's surprisingly affordable. In Chisinau, a simple one-bedroom apartment costs $150 to $200 a month. It's basic, but it's clean, safe, and gives you a place to call your own. It's not luxury, but it's a home, a space to unwind, cook, and plan your next adventure. That leaves about $300 for everything else: food, utilities, transport, and a little fun. Every dollar has a job, and every choice counts. Eat like a tourist, and your money's gone in a week. Eat like a Moldovan, and it stretches. The difference is in the details: where you shop, what you cook, how you spend your evenings. At the Central Market you buy fresh produce directly from farmers. A month's groceries, $100, $120. You get more than food, you get connection, stories, and a taste of the land. That means cooking at home, learning local dishes, and discovering new flavors. It's a chance to slow down and savor what you make. Utilities, gas, electricity, water, internet run $50 to $75. It's enough to stay comfortable, connected, and warm through the seasons. Transportation is cheap, trolley bus rides cost pennies, and the city is easy to navigate. Budget $25 for getting around, and you'll see every corner of the city without worry. That leaves $75, $100 for your social life. Coffee, wine, a museum ticket, or a night out with friends. It's not about how much you spend, but how you spend it. Every choice matters. Every dollar is a decision. You become more intentional, more aware of what brings you joy. This is life on the edge of the budget, where things get interesting. You learn to adapt, to find value in the unexpected. You learn to prioritize, to savor the small luxuries. A pastry with your morning coffee, a square of chocolate at sunset. The challenge isn't just surviving, it's living well, with less. It's about finding happiness in simplicity, and meaning in the everyday. Moldova forces you to engage, to be present. You connect with people, with place, and with yourself. It's not about deprivation, it's about discovery. Every day brings something new, a hidden alley, a local tradition, a fresh perspective. Can you live richly on so little? Here the answer is yes. Richness is measured in experience, not expense. Moldova turns limitation into possibility. It's a place where less truly becomes more, and every day feels like a new beginning. Let's see how far $500 can really go and what you might discover along the way. Finding an apartment under $200 in Chisinau is an adventure. Forget glossy websites. You find places through word of mouth, old classifieds, or handwritten signs. The buildings are Soviet-era Giants uniform, imposing, but full of stories. My place is on the 7th floor. The elevator groans, the furniture is sturdy, and the view is of kids playing and grandmothers chatting. It's not luxurious, but it's real. A place to come home to. Rent, $180 a month. Bedroom, living room, kitchen, and a bathroom with personality. The landlord Svetlana lives 2 floors down and welcomed me with homemade jam. You trade modern amenities for community. You get to know your neighbors. Comfort is redefined. Hot water most days, a kitchen to cook, a quiet place to read. For $180, you're not just renting space, you're renting a piece of history. To understand Moldova, start at the Piazza Centrală. It's a chaotic, vibrant market where city and countryside meet. Old women sell tomatoes, peppers, walnuts. The air smells of dill, smoked fish, and bronza cheese. Here, $100 buys a month's groceries, fresh, local, and full of flavor. Food is personal. You meet the people who grew it. And then there's the wine. Moldova is a nation of vineyards. Homemade wine is everywhere, sold in plastic jugs or shared at the table. For a couple of dollars, you get a liter of robust red that tastes of the earth. Cooking becomes ritual mamaliga with bronza, sour cream, and a simple stew. The food tells a story of making do, of turning simple ingredients into something nourishing. It's honest, unpretentious, and deeply satisfying. Moldova's cuisine is a reflection of its spirit, humble, resilient, and unexpectedly rich. This is the taste of Moldova. To truly understand Moldova, you have to listen to its people, their stories, their laughter, and even their silences. Moldova is a country where every face tells a story, and every conversation reveals a little more about what it means to belong here. Andre, a young IT student, tells me, we're a country of crossroads, not quite Romania, not quite Russia. He explains how Moldovans are always balancing between East and West, tradition and progress, searching for their own unique identity. The older generation remembers the Soviet era with nostalgia. The young look to the future, dreaming of new opportunities and a different life. This contrast shapes daily life, creating a blend of old customs and new ambitions. Elena, a retired teacher, says, "Life was simpler then. Now there's more freedom, but more uncertainty." She reflects on how change brings both hope and anxiety, and how every family feels the push and pull of the past and present. Many young people leave for work abroad, leaving villages empty and grandparents waiting for calls from faraway cities. The longing for home is felt in every quiet street and shuttered window. Moldovans are resilient, shaped by centuries of shifting borders and changing rulers. Their identity is woven from many threads, each one adding strength. Beneath their stoicism is deep warmth. If you're invited in, you're family. Hospitality here is not just tradition, it's a heartfelt embrace. The table groans with food, the wine flows, and generosity is sacred. Meals are long, filled with stories, laughter, and the sense that everyone belongs. Andre speaks of dor, a longing for family, tradition, a better future. It's a word that captures the ache of distance and the hope of return. Moldova is defined by hope, nostalgia, and quiet determination. Every day people find reasons to smile, to keep going, and to believe in tomorrow. They've seen hard times, but face the future with strength and grace. Families support each other, neighbors lend a hand, and communities endure. Hospitality is not a show. It's a way of life, passed down through generations and shared with every guest. The Moldovan spirit is a mix of endurance and kindness, a quiet strength that binds people together. To be Moldovan is to adapt, to endure, and to welcome. It's about finding joy in small things and hope in every new day. It's a spirit that lingers long after you leave, calling you back to the heart of Moldova. Social life in Moldova isn't about flashy clubs, it's about quiet moments in cafes. Chisinau is full of them, from old school to modern third-wave spots. For $1 you can sit for hours watching life unfold. Style matters here. People dress with care, not for brands, but for pride. Hospitality extends to the streets. Ask for directions, and you might get a personal escort. There's a kindness and community-mindedness that feels rare. Evenings are spent in parks or strolling the boulevard. Life moving at a human pace. It's about connection, not consumption. In a world obsessed with speed, Moldova offers the beauty of slowing down. To know Moldova, you must leave the city. The countryside is rolling hills, sunflower fields, and timeless villages. In Butuceni, ancient cave monasteries overlook a peaceful river. Villagers invite you in, share homemade wine, and keep traditions alive. Life is hard, many houses empty, but those who remain are guardians of culture. Holidays mean feasts, stories, and songs passed down generations. The city brings ambition, but the countryside gives Moldova its roots. To understand this country, you need both. Moldova stands out in Europe for what it lacks: tourist crowds, high prices, and pretense. $500 here is a life. In the West, it's barely survival. Coffee is €1, a hearty meal is 3 or 4, but it's not just about money, it's about a gentler way of life. The city feels safe, public spaces are civil, and people are respectful. The trade-off infrastructure can be rough, bureaucracy slow, and patience is required. Moldova isn't seamless or polished, but it's authentic. It's a frontier between past and future, a glimpse of old Europe. Here you can still have an unscripted, genuine experience. Moldova's raw humanity is its greatest reward. My month in Moldova is over. The $500 are gone, but I found more than I expected. Moldova isn't about landmarks, it's about human connection. It's the taste of homemade wine, the sight of sunflowers, the sound of languages mixing in the market. It's being welcomed as a guest, not a tourist. Moldova whispers its beauty to those who listen. It's not a polished gem, but a diamond in the rough. Real, flawed, and powerful. It asks for patience and curiosity, and gives a glimpse of a disappearing Europe. I leave with door, a longing for simple meals, quiet streets, and unexpected kindness. Moldova is an unwritten chapter in Europe's story. It's still a secret, a blank spot for most of the world. For those who've been, we hope it stays that way a little longer. Moldova is not just a place, it's a feeling that stays with you, and that's the real magic of the blank spot on the map.